I think when we look at this notion of agility and flexibility built inside the infrastructure, I mean, we obviously are trying to ensure that we're focused on delivering these enterprise services out to the warfighter and really out to the edge. So, I mean, when we look at some of the problems that we have, and I would have to disagree a little bit with some of the panels, I think there is still some cultural inertia and some cultural barriers to adoption. Because when we try to do some of these partnerships, there is still some entrenched resistance to trying to change the way that we're doing this approach. I mean, and some of them are legislative, some of them are regulatory on how are we acquiring and buying these services. Buying things in the cloud is a very different acquisition approach, and we just have to be cognizant of that and work with our acquisition community. And it's been amazing to see how people like DAU and the other people in the acquisition community are trying to adjust to this new environment. The other issues that we have to deal with are obviously the certification and accreditation. There are boundaries throughout the department and throughout actually all of the rest of the federal space on how do we have the proper CNA. And we as the DAAs have to just be cognizant on what is the right approach to fixing this. We also have to make sure that we are getting our requirements right and clear from the get-go, working with the customers to understand exactly what they need and how they need it. Because in some cases, latency does matter. In some cases, it may not matter as much. We were joking about making sure that we've got to have all of that information instantaneously. Well, sometimes you don't need it, and that makes a big difference as we're doing design factors. The other one is ensuring that those configurations across the enterprise are the same. We were talking a little bit about standardization, but for us, as we're trying to deploy these enterprise services, a bit or a byte in a circuit checked in one way or some other field checked the other way makes a huge difference, and latency, either in latency or even just being able to deliver to the service. And trying to ensure that we have that standardization across the department is obviously one of those challenges.
Yeah.